When it comes to finding a great office shoe, there are three key things in my mind. Number one is comfort. Number two is versatility. Lastly, professional but personal. So there's lots of etiquette around making sure you're wearing an office appropriate shoe, which we'll get into. But I also really like having some of my personality in the shoes as well. That's really important to me. First things first, let's look at the rules and then decide which ones to break. So etiquette of the office shoe. Generally, particularly in a very corporate environment, you're going to want to go with a closed toe. If you want to venture into something open toe, you'll learn that pretty quickly just by checking out what other women in the office are wearing. But I would say for that first day, definitely go for a closed toe. The next thing you want to think about is the heel height. This is partly for your comfort because wearing really high heels all day long can be a bit of a stretch. But also too, high heels do tend to read a little bit more party or evening. So going for a heel that's anywhere up to, I would say 4-inch as kind of capping out at that point can be okay. I think the office heel height I would recommend would be about 3 to 3.5 inch though. Lastly, neutral colors, black, beige, navy, along those lines. But again, you'll know how much you can break that rule pretty quickly just by seeing what other women are wearing. Given these office etiquette rules, it is probably no surprise to you at all that we see a lot of shoes being made with black soft leather. But what you can do is you can start to introduce some different textures and still stay within that very kind of neutral space. So if you wanted to stay with a completely black shoe, you could put the black Italian leather, you could mix in a little bit of suede, for example, or suede and patent leather actually look amazing together. And then once you're feeling a little more brave, I really love this croc embossed, which is just the black Italian leather, but with an emboss on top of it. So there's lots of ways that you can start to bring those aspects of personality forward in the textures and still stay within that office etiquette for shoes. You can also add a bit of personality by looking for little parts of the shoe that you can put a little bit of something different onto. My personal favorite of this is to do a statement heel. So you could have the rest of the shoe being a really nice neutral, like a beige, and then you can put like a really great metallic on the heel or a print or something like that. The cool thing about this is that it does look all business, and then when you turn around to leave the boardroom, you get this nice little flash of personality, which is super cool. If you're not comfortable putting a bit of personality on the outside of the shoe, the other place it can happen is inside the shoe. So I always line my shoes, for example, in a really nice soft blue or in a pink, and then I emboss my initials in there as well. I've also seen women put nice little affirmations in there or nicknames, and it's such a lovely way to kind of get up in the morning and before you kind of take that step out into the world to see something nice that's just for you. Embellishments like bows, toe caps, broguing, all this kind of stuff is super cool as well. Now when it comes to toe shapes, if we're going to stick with the really kind of formal rules of an office shoe, enclosed is the way to go. So the two key choices here are pointed and round. Really, it's totally up to you and your style. For me personally, I see pointy toes trending a lot right now, so that's my default. For the heel shape, I tend to stick with a block. So it can be a straight block, it can be an angled block, or a stiletto shaped heel. I just find wedges and some of the other more decorative kind of heel shapes to be a little bit too casual for the office. So that's every element of the shoe and all of the ways that you can push it into being something that is very office appropriate and where you can break some of the rules as well. What are your favorite office shoes? I would love to hear about them. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, please put them into the comments below. If you are somewhere else on the internet, please hit me up on Instagram. I would love to hear from you. I hope you're having a wonderful week with all these great shoes. If you're starting a new job and that's why you're looking for office shoes, good luck. I hope it goes really well. And don't forget, do everything before you're ready. Bye.